Ladies and gentlemen, the Ioniq 9 has finally arrived, and no, not just in enamel pin form. You can actually go to a dealership right now and purchase one. Hyundai made good on their promise of releasing it in the first half of 2025. The Ioniq 9 is Hyundai's first three-row all-electric SUV. It was revealed last November at the LA Auto Show. A lot has happened in the last few days. You can now go to HyundaiUSA.com. You can configure your Ioniq 9. You can also check inventory, and they are now showing up on dealer lots. Specifically, I saw on Reddit some person in Kentucky went and actually test drove one already. As you are watching this video, I am in Mexico on vacation with my fiance, so I'm not going to be able to go out and test drive one, but my local dealers are going to be getting them in the next week or so. So at that point, I'm going to go out, shoot a full in-depth video with an Ioniq 9, hopefully an SEL. That's the trim that I think is going to be the hottest seller, and it does seem to be the one that they are making the most of if you check the inventory. What's really cool is that every single version of the Ioniq 9 sold in the US is going to have over 300 miles of estimated range. This thing is going to be a road trip machine. And all but the very base model have all-wheel drive as standard. So all-wheel drive, big car, still getting over 300 miles, sounds good to me. And then on top of that, it charges from 10 to 80% in 24 minutes. I personally am a really big fan of the Ioniq 9. I haven't driven it, but I have sat in it and gone for a test drive at the LA Auto Show. It's kind of funny to me that the same thing is happening with the Ioniq 9 launch as the 2025 Ioniq 5 launch, where the cars are already at dealerships, people are already buying them, and there's still been no first drive videos from any journalists. I already asked Hyundai about a first drive event down at the new factory in Georgia, and I wasn't invited, so that won't be happening. So I'm going to rely on my local dealers to get a first drive impression of the Ioniq 9. And I'm lucky there are a lot of good dealers in the greater Boston area that are willing to help me out. So while we're here on the builder, I'm going to go ahead and configure my Ioniq 9 if I were to get one. So I've already kind of looked at the specs. I just put out a video. If you guys haven't seen that, I'll have a link in the description going over all the changes between the different trim levels. So here you have S, SC, SEL, Limited, Calligraphy, and Calligraphy Design. A lot of trims. This Calligraphy Design is really just kind of new wheels and a few other paint color options on top of the Calligraphy. So not a whole lot there. For me, the real meat and potatoes of the Ioniq 9, the stuff that I really want, lives right here on the SEL trim, starting at 66,320. So we'll pick that, build my Ioniq 9 SEL. You can see with delivery 67,920. Now black is definitely not the color I would get. I definitely love this Ionosphere green pearl. You guys know I like the more unique colors. I'm not into gray, I'm not into black. White is okay in my opinion, but my Ioniq 5 is digital teal. My Ioniq 6 is ultimate red, which is a $500 option. So I'm either gonna go Ionosphere green pearl or even Cosmic Blue Pearl. Now, the reason I say that is because Ionosphere Green Pearl, if you scroll down, is only available with the black interior. And after owning this Ioniq 6 with the all-black interior, I really don't want that. But if we scroll back up and switch to Cosmic Blue Pearl and scroll down, I can get either a gray interior or a black interior. And I really like the look of the gray interior myself. I wish it had the dark green accents, but unfortunately that's only available on the Calligraphy trim, which is a huge bummer. But kind of scrolling around and looking around the interior, you can see it's a darker gray on the top, a lighter gray on the bottom. It doesn't really look tan. And then switching to the black, it's just literally all black, which I just don't get why people love all black interiors. I don't have kids or pets, so maybe that's why. I just don't really notice that much dinge going on in my lighter colored Ioniq 5. It is a really nice looking interior though, in my opinion. I think they really did a good job here. So I don't know, I think the Cosmic Blue Pearl looks pretty good. I could definitely live with that color and with the gray interior. Drivetrain / powertrain. Obviously it's only one option here, all-wheel drive with 320 miles of estimated range. And we will finish my build. For some reason, it's defaulting to Ionosphere Green Pearl. Yeah, something's wrong with the website. It's defaulting to Ionosphere Green Pearl with the black interior, which I did not choose. So Hyundai, you might want to fix that glitch because I've refreshed the page a few times and it's still doing it. And here you can see some nearby dealerships and what they have in stock or coming in stock. So if I search within 100 miles of where I am, that's say at dealership only, there's actually a few on the lot right now. You can see there's a Calligraphy, a SE, SE, SCL in black, limited, SE, SCL. And I'm going to do a full comparison of hopefully all the trims in person so you can see the trim differences. With the vast number of trims here for the Ioniq 9, it might be difficult to find all of them at once though, so it might have to be broken up into 2 different locations depending on what the dealerships have available. Unfortunately, my favorite way to locate vehicles, the evfinder.com, does not have an option to filter the Ioniq 9 in search results, so you can't use that. But Hyundai's inventory page seems to be pretty accurate from what I've heard from local dealers about delivery dates. So something that I have personally been wondering about is what are the lease deals going to look like for the Ioniq 9? If you go to HyundaiUSA.com right now and look at their offers page, there are currently none listed for the Ioniq 9. CarsDirect.com, though, is citing a memo sent to dealers that they are going to have a lease offer for that base model rear-wheel drive. That is going to be $419 per month for 36 months with $5,000 due at signing. That's for 10,000 miles per year, which comes out to a total monthly cost of $558. That is before tax, title, and licensing and everything, so it is going to be probably over $600 per month depending on where you live and if you're getting any state incentives. This price here includes the $7,500 capital cost reduction that Hyundai collects from the federal government on your behalf to lower your costs. I'm not going to lie, that is higher than I thought it was going to be. The Calligraphy trims are probably going to be pushing, I don't know, $750, maybe $800 a month with $5,000 down. They're going to be expensive vehicles to lease. But because this car is built in the US now with a US manufactured battery pack, it does qualify for the $7,500 discount from the federal government as long as that's in place. It could end whenever the new administration here decides to get rid of it. The Speaker of the House has already said that they do plan on eliminating it. So if you really want to capture that, you're going to want to go out and get one of these as soon as possible. So as a comparison, Cars Direct is saying a 2025 Kia EV9 Wind, which is kind of a mid-trim. It's a little bit more well-appointed than this base Ioniq 9. Is listed at $449 per month for 36 months with $5,000 down, which equates to $588 per month. So a little bit more expensive, but you are getting more for that little bit of extra money. So just as another point of reference, I am leasing my 2025 Ioniq 5 limited all-wheel drive for $560 per month. That includes tax, title, and license and everything. And 10,000 miles per year, but it's only for 24 months. Cars Direct is also saying if you decide to finance the Ioniq 9, they are going to be offering 2% APR interest on a loan through Hyundai Motor Finance. That's going to be likely for 48 or 60 months. The Ioniq 5 is currently available for 60 months at 2% APR. So are any of you going to rush out and buy an Ioniq 9? Let me know down in the comments section. Bob, the electric principal, who you guys saw in a recent video, has access to these vehicles from the dealership that he works at, so he could potentially have a lot of Ioniq 9 coverage here on the Ioniq Guy, so make sure you're subscribed. If you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Check out my store for accessories for any Hyundai, Kia, or Genesis EV. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.